Welcome back to my channel, my friends. Okay, so today's video is exciting. I've been filming it for the last 30 days. Whilst I've been filming my other videos, I've also been recording this one to kind of show just how much our bodies change day to day, just how much fluctuation can happen even if we're keeping everything the same. This is probably the most stable everything has been in my life for the last few years. I haven't been traveling. I haven't even really left the apartment. It's just never been this consistent, and I'm kind of loving the consistency. My workouts are very consistent. I'm not trying to lose fat. I'm not trying to build muscle. I'm just trying to look after my health. So my nutrition has been very consistent. Haven't changed anything there. My workload has been very consistent. I'm sat at my desk 10 to 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. Just consistent, you know? Consistency. And so I thought with that consistency, this would be the perfect time to show how much the human body fluctuates, especially because if we're working towards something, it's not going to be linear. Our progress isn't going to be in a straight line, and I think that's really important to remember too. And I'll talk more about that at the end of this video. But what I basically did over the last 30 days is record how my body looks as soon as I wake up, so around 8 a.m. Sometimes I have a lie-in. And also alongside that, recording whether anything has happened, whether I had a really intense training session the day before, or whether I've started my period. I don't really record when my period starts or finishes, so it just hits me. And then I'm like, I swear I just had a period 2 weeks ago. So yeah, we'll start with day one. We'll catch up at the end. But if you like this video, give me a big thumbs up, hit the subscribe button with the little notification bell, and we will travel back to 30 days ago when this whole video began. Time travel. Okay, so this is day one. This is the first day I'll be recording my body fluctuations for the next 30 days. And I say this is kind of how I'm used to my body feeling. I don't really feel much bloating or anything like that today. This is just kind of overall me feeling pretty good. I feel just completely normal and energized. This is normal me, baseline Natacha. So I've just finished filming my physique update for day 7. Is it day 7? Has it been a week already? And I'm feeling kind of bloated. I think I know why. I'm feeling a little bit lethargic and low, probably because I'm going to be coming onto my period in the next 2 to 3 days. Also, I just feel myself becoming more agitated and just kind of itchy, you know? I went for a run last night and I just felt really lethargic. And it's actually really interesting because I was speaking to Rini a couple of weeks ago about this, that there's some emerging science showing that in the later stage of our cycle, so in the luteal phase, where we have increased amounts of progesterone, that your performance will decrease, specifically in endurance sports, although I don't think there's enough evidence yet to kind of say whether that's kind of across the board in lots of different sports. So I think there's still a lot of research to be done, but it's interesting and we're starting to look into that area, and I think it would be really cool once more research comes out. But for me, I do feel my performance kind of decreases around the time where I'm going to be coming onto my period. So that doesn't mean that I don't train. I'm still kind of motivated and I still feel good when I train. It's just that I don't feel at my best when I'm training, if that makes sense. But yeah, I'm gonna have breakfast now. I'm kind of pretty sure that in 2 to 3 days time, I'll be checking in with you full flow ahead, you know? So yeah, I'll see you guys then.
Baba. You look like you're dying. Come on.
I've got such bad period pains.
It's gonna be okay.
Times that by 1,000,000.
Hey, Pookie.
Hey, it's official. I'm on my period. It's period season. We're actually in a period drama. I feel like this is one of those, like just checking in. Day 240.
We've passed Saturn.
Don't make me laugh because it hurts. The first day is always the worst day, where I just feel like really lethargic, really low. Everything's uncomfortable, like my legs are sore. And usually on the first day I get really bad cramps as well, so I've got really bad cramps at the moment. And they're just not going away, and nothing works to make them go away. I don't tend to train like when I have cramps, but then when the cramps go, I tend to feel fine and it's like nothing ever happened. But just for the first like 10 hours, just
don't come near me.
And like I always feel bloated around my period. I haven't really been changing my training. Like I've still been doing some light runs. I've still been doing my home workouts, a lot of dancing. Like a lot of dancing. It doesn't matter really how much or how little exercise I do around this time. I always just feel this bloated and low and lethargic. So that's just how it is. It's just me being me, babes. It's just me being menstrual. Bye. See you on another day where I'm less grumpy. Grampy. It's grumpy and crampy. I've actually taken a few days off of training, just not because I've been on my period. Actually, usually I feel really good when I'm on my period to train. And actually going back to some of the science, I'm now starting to enter that high performance phase of my menstrual cycle. So I do feel really good. It's just that I've had so much work that I just couldn't face training. I just didn't have time to train, so I didn't. Which is why I feel like I look a lot leaner, because all of that inflammation from my workout sessions is just kind of flushed out. My body's just kind of recovered, so I don't have much water retention. But you'll see once I do this intense workout session just how much the inflammation like comes back, and I bloat really quite instantly, just because I have just more blood flow, more water retention. My body's recovering now that I've put it through like an intense workout. I'm actually going to count this little chat as a warm-up because clearly I'm out of breath, so the workout's pretty much started. That's me warmed up. Okay, so that's kind of how my body looks like after an intense workout. My muscles have more blood flowing through them. I'm retaining a lot more water, and I just notice bloating like instantly. So yeah, I just find it so fascinating because it's such a quick, short-term change. That's just kind of what I experience all the time when I train like a part of my body intensely. I remember actually when my friends at uni, some of the guys used to train their arms just before going out, so their arms had like a massive pump. So that's the same kind of thing: inflammation, blood flow, water retention, and then they would go out and be like, oh,
Where's the gym? Where's the club?
Did Mario do that? Yeah, I'm gonna expose him. He definitely did that. Did it work on me? Kinda did. So I just kinda wanted to show that, just to show you how quickly our bodies can change, just based on like the kind of stresses that we put on it. Now I'm gonna take a shower, and the swelling will probably go down in like 1 or 2 days because I'm not doing too many stressful things right now. I think it will probably recover quite quickly. So I'm sure that in a couple of days, like any kind of swelling and water retention that I have right now will just go down. Nice. Oh.
That's flexibility.
I feel really bloated. I think I know why, because I'm basically just really sleep deprived. The last like 2 to 3 nights we've had so much work that we've both been going to bed at like 3 a.m. and then just waking up at like 8, like my regular time. And I always do this to myself. I always put myself on a really late sleep cycle because I just work better at night. I don't know what it is, like come 10, 11, 12 p.m. I just feel like awake, and I always used to do this when I was working at school as well. I would be doing my homework at like 1 a.m. It's just, my parents would come in and be like, why are you still working? Anyways, that means that I haven't really had much sleep, so I'm a little bit delirious. And because I've done videos on sleep deprivation before, when we're sleep deprived, there's elevated levels of cortisol. And if I have chronically high levels of cortisol, then I'm gonna hold on to water because my body's in like a constant state of stress. And I feel stressed anyway because the work that we've been doing is quite stressful. And I guess I haven't really helped myself either. This just sounds like a downward spiral. I haven't really helped myself either because most meals we've been having like ready meals, which are higher in salt, so that's gonna cause me to bloat as well. And yeah, just we haven't had any time to kind of unwind or relax. Haven't been watching our Westworld. I mean, steps in the right direction. I'm gonna start taking a little bit more care of myself. I had a shower, which is a great move. My hair is clean, and it wasn't for like 3 days. But we didn't leave the apartment, so no one ever saw us, no one ever smelled us. I know that I can't catch up on sleep, but I'm still gonna try. So we've come back to the present day. We've kind of had like a little journey in time, 30 days of yours truly. And basically I'd say that's like a pretty normal journey. You can see all of the fluctuations that my body went through based on how I was eating, based on what I was eating, how much I was sleeping, whether or not I was on my period. There were loads of things that impacted how I looked and felt on particular days. And as much as we like to think that every day is the same, even when we try and keep like a very similar routine, we're not machines. We're always fluctuating, we're always changing, we're always internally doing something different. And there's a million different processes and hormones that get involved that impact how we look and feel every day. So I think that's like really important to remember. And if I look back like literally 30 days ago to now, I feel like I look and feel exactly the same. We just went on a bit of a journey through those 30 days. And that's kind of really typical for me. That's literally how every month goes. I wasn't trying to create any kind of change. I wasn't trying to build muscle. I wasn't trying to lose fat. I'm just really trying to maintain and keep things as stable as possible. And I say stable because even though I tried to keep everything very samey, there were still fluctuations day to day. So I wanted to make this video as a little reminder not to get too caught up in short-term, temporary changes when we're going after a long-term goal. It's important not to get thrown off by those fluctuations because they're completely temporary and it doesn't mean at all that the plan isn't working. So please don't think anything's wrong with your body if you feel different, if you look different, if you weigh different every day. Like, these fluctuations are completely normal. They're supposed to happen. My advice is just to be really patient with your body. We're looking for improvements in how you feel, how you look, how you move, how you perform on average in the long term. We want to generally be trending upwards to keep making progress towards that goal on average. But because of those temporary fluctuations, sometimes it's going to feel like we've made no progress, and sometimes it's going to feel like we've made loads and loads of progress really quickly. And the second point I wanted to kind of talk about was that if you were watching this video and through the 30 days you're like, I don't really get what she's talking about, I can't really see much of a change, then that's kind of really important as well. And I think for me, like, I notice changes in my body. I'm in tune with my body. Any small thing, like, I notice it. Just like we're all in tune with our bodies. Like, you'll notice something in yourself that maybe no one else will notice. And I think that's the important thing, is that no one else will notice. And we always make things out to be bigger than they seem when they're to do with us. So I think it can be really helpful just to remember that and not be too hard on yourself. That's kind of everything that I wanted to talk about in this video. So if you liked it, give me a big thumbs up, hit the subscribe button with the little notification bell as well, and I'll see you guys very soon. Love ya. Bye.